Hey guys, how we doing? So, been working on the Corvette, trying to get it done so maybe I can hopefully get it done and get it on the road to pick up Kayla when she gets out. She'll be out soon. So we're really working hard. So I just want to show you the mess that I've been dealing with this car. And basically all the stuff that I have gone through with this car since I've owned it for like 20 years now. So let me just go ahead and start showing you. So she looks great right now, but she did not look this good before. The hood is up right now, you can't see that, so she is beautiful. All right, and we'll go inside. So it's a 6-way adjustable seats. It's the Z-52 package, so you have the 8-way adjustable seat. I got the automatic air conditioner control. I don't have the Bose in it. I got an Alpine with a little remote right there. You know, a little crackling going on with that thing on the stick shift, but I'll fix that. You know, basically everything is in really good shape, and I have fixed just about everything. I had the dashboard out. I've had the instrumentation cluster out because they couldn't stop the lights from going on, so they just cut the circuits in the back. So I recircuited everything and I made everything correct and working fine. Over the past 20 years, I've been doing everything. Fixing this, fixing that. I replaced that door panel on the far side. Let me see if I get a light. Help you out a little bit. Pretty dark, I guess. Is the old drop light. Might help. So, got the new door card. You know, I got everything. I got a big boom box in the back. I'll show you. You know, I need to do the interior top, the headliner. Basically everything else I've fixed and screwed and done so much. The dashboard used to shake. I had to do the bolts from up under here. There's some bolts up under here that tighten up the dashboard and stuff. They were all loose. I had to fix everything. One thing about the steering wheel, if you notice how nice it is, I mean, see, it's getting a little brown here. Let me see, hold on. Yeah, that's the brown. All right, I'll do an episode, I'll show you. This whole wheel was brown, but I used the Doc Bailey's black leather treatment and put on there, and I think that's the best stuff in the world for black leather. The seats are not black leather. This is graphite. This is the red with graphite interior. Z-52 with just about every option. It's got the heated mirrors, the defrosted mirror in the back. Came with the extra top. I don't have it, but this actually has it on the bill sheet. I put my own little boombox thing in the back. I don't have any battery on. I can't pop her open and show you. I've done the fuel tank, the fuel pump already. Let's see. In the rear end, I've done all the axles and all the bearings and all the bushings. That's all been done. I got to do the rear seal on the pinion. I've cleaned and adjusted every quarter panel, every panel. Had the car painted, and I'll explain all that later. We'll just go through most of the stuff. So when I got the car, 6 months before I bought the car, the kid who owned it was a friend of mine. I went to school with him. You know, I knew him. He had a girlfriend up in the other in the apartment. I was in the one in the back. the water was pouring out, squirting out the intake manifold. Shoot, 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 squirting out the intake manifold. And he's putting radiator stop leak in it. Going, oh no, I got to go to New Jersey and see my crack girl. Fine, okay. He went not far, car overheated, and they brought it to the yard, left it there, and he couldn't use it anymore. So he was getting back behind rent. He needed money. He was a crack addict with his girlfriend. They had no money. So I offered him $2,000. I sold the sailboat. So $2,000 for the sailboat, $2,000 for the vet. What a deal. So I took the intake off, I fixed everything, and I got it running, but I never could get the engine light off. So I just kept doing it. The tires were garbage. I got new tires. The struts were gone. These are Z-52 Bilsteins, and they're not the same as Z-51. They're different. I've done that. New alternator, new air pump, new air conditioner pump, new expansion thing. Did the whole air conditioning system. New brake booster, new brake cylinder, master cylinder. I still have the original single. I kept that. Here's another one you want to know. The EGR valve. Keep your original Delco one. Don't get rid of it. I have mine. It still works. I just bought this one and used it. So I'm going to keep my original Delco. You'll never get another one. The mass airflow sensor. So I went up to the place to ask him for it. And I told him, just give me the Cardone one. He goes, why? He goes, I told him, well, I could either buy the cheap junky Walker one, I think it's 100, and then I could buy the good one from Cardone, which will work. Or if you want me to get crazy and get the original Delco or Remedy one, well, that's $1,000. He went, no way. He looked in the thing, $1,000. I said, why is it $1,000? Now here's, wait, look at 88 to 89, $500. Why is that $500 more than mine? Because I have only so many oxygen sensors and those have more, so it's designed for my engine. So I didn't know that all back then. So I went to Eckler's and I bought the Andy Granatelli EGR valve that you can adjust and put it on here. I could never get it to adjust and do right. My engine light would never go off. I figured it was something else. It had to be something else. So I just drove the car. So then one day I finally broke down and bought the Cardone one up the street, put it on, and the light went out and the car ran great. I went, oh my God. It's like brand new. Finally got it running great. I went up to my brother's to hang out with him. I parked the car in the driveway. And my sister-in-law came out and backed right into it. Bummer. What a bummer. No big deal. You know, it's not like I was freaking out or anything. You know, it was okay. You know, you freak out a little bit, but you're like, they'll fix it. But I want to say one thing about that. They'll fix it. The original story with the car. I'll take your ride over and we'll take a look at it. So we're going to go walk around to this side. In owning the car, looking, checking, I took a ruler, put it from the center hub out to here. Center hub. Did it for the other side. The passenger side's a 1/4 inch shorter. When I go over a speed bump, it kind of goes blump funny. Okay, I get it. So then you look at this bar here. See this bar? It has a little kink in it. So that made me think this side got a heavy shunt. Which it did. This is the side got hit first. And what happened in the first accident, they replaced the hood. You see it says Mobile 1. No, it's not supposed to. It's supposed to say Bowling Green. Mobile 1 is 92, 93. So that's when he probably wrecked it and got another Corvette wrecked and got all the pieces from it. But this doesn't match the 87. So this is a little bit different. And it had a little hole in it. Whatever. We go over to this side. This is where the world changes. Right here. So when I got the car back from my friend up the road who did the auto mechanic work, he got in his car and drove away real quick. And I'll tell you why he drove away real quick. After that spaghetti nightmare, he couldn't stop that alternator from howling. I had to unplug the alternator. Oh, let me show you that. I had to unplug the alternator to stop it from howling. I didn't know what noise was going on. It was freaking me out. And then he left and I drove the car home going, what the hell is that? And that was, let me show you when that was. There you go. 1819. Now I'm finally working on it without being mad. After finally doing this and looking into this, I really am sympathetic with what I left with you, because there's no way you could have made it work. They made it work because they knew what they were doing, but then when you broke it and had to refix it, you couldn't fix it again because there's no way you could do it. This is an 87. So I have a wiring harness here on the ground. See? That's an 86. Now, I pulled this off of it. This is the relay. Alright? I pulled this off of here. It's an isolation relay. These are relays for the door. With all these wires. With these 3 yellows. See these 3 yellows? So when I got up here and I started to look at what I had, because imagine now, I did not have that harness. I have this. It's an 87 Corvette, and they replaced this front plastic piece. See the 2 mounting holes right there? All right, maybe I get the light. See the 2 mounting holes? That's for that thing. That thing. Okay? That's the actuator for the headlights for an 88 to 96. So now, after the past 4 days, going in and out, I'm going to show you something right now. I asked my brother to help me out, and he did a great thing. He gave me the books. Look, I bought these. Should I show you? So, sorry about that. I bought all the color diagram things, everything, all the color drawings, got them all, everything. Got the book showing me everything, right here, front, left, front, and right here, that's where they are. Okay. And this is the layout. 3 wires, 3 wires. Well, let me pause. Okay, so this is the wiring diagram for an 88 to 96 Corvette headlight door actuator. So now you only have 2 wires that go, not 3. So he still had these lines connected. So him doing the wiring, sorry, I'm puffing, I had to run upstairs and get that paper for you to show you. So my madness here, look, this is almost how it looked when it was in the car. So I have it completely taken out, strewn across my car. I got every wire down in here. And the original problem is this orange wire. This orange wire right here. See that orange wire? See, it's kind of hot, a little melty. It's all fine though. I replaced it. They used a yellow wire and they replaced it with a yellow wire. This yellow wire. So when I first started to do this, not knowing any of this, I didn't know any of what I'm telling you. I went into this thing without any knowledge and couldn't believe there was so many wires that were going nowhere that I was taking out. And you know, that's this main block here. I was taking wires off, like same with these two grays. These are the two parking light, when the parking light goes on. Well, the one parking light goes over here into this harness for the pop-up headlight, and then he's got it going into this actuator. It's cross-feeding and back-feeding voltage, and they didn't know what they were doing. He's a friend of mine. He did the auto body work. He did it well. I'll leave it at that. You know what I mean? So here I have all my stuff and stuff. Everybody, you ever use this liquid tape? You solder the leads together. You spray it with liquid tape, and then you put your shrink wrap on it. Okay? That's how you seal these things forever, like wire again. It's the only way. And I cut this lead off because I'm going to replace it with, I don't know what this is. You know, auto body shops, they do great body work, but they're not a mechanic. I'm not a mechanic, but I'm probably one of the best mechanics around, because there are really no good mechanics. And I come from, I've mentioned it before, I don't know, well, I'll mention it now. My brother is the third highest diagnostic average in GM history. He knows more about a GM car than anybody, but that's the reason why I bought an Olds Aurora, okay? I bought it because of the North Star, and he's a genius with it. I got books here for it. This one here, this is the Cadillac DeVille 94. So he had an STS. So I basically got all that stuff, and I get all of this stuff because my brother was one of the best diagnostics for out there. And this is why you need to know everything, not a little bit. You need to know it all. You can't go into doing electrical harnessing work without knowing. All right. So my car now is going to be an '87 Corvette, upgraded to a 90s hooded door actuator, and everybody can see here I'm doing it right. I'm going right back to the original things. It does not need two of these lines out there for the parking lot. It only needs the one for the actuator. So I'm going to remove that. That's going to probably be fed into something else as soon as I find out which is the closed and open circuit. So again, you guys know what I'm talking about, and if you don't, you'll learn like I did. Get all the books, understand, learn. So I replaced my orange lead all the way out to my hood, and because they cut it off and put these leads on it, okay, I'm really disappointed with that. So I had to go get the right lead. So now I can put the right lead back up on here, and I can fix that. So I want to be able to look down into here and see the wiring harness presentable. You know. Oh, here's one thing. Major thing. And this is why you waited to the end. if you own a Corvette and you're around a lot of leaves, take this off. This is the cover over the radiator. Let me show you why you're going to take it off. You tell me. Leaves. Okay? You take it off to suck out the leaves. Okay? Now there's most likely supposed to be something sealing it, which I'll put foam around it so it can seal better. But that happened with the Aurora. Remember I said with the Aurora, there was 6 inches high of leaves. So you get these old cars and they have AC and a radiator, you check, please. Don't do yourself a favor, check, don't even overheat the car. You'll overheat it, all right? And pretty much, I guess that's it. You know, like I said, my car was hit 3 times. So it was hit on that side, then it was hit on this side. My friend, who's the auto body shop guy, when I told him about the bend on the chassis, he's like, yeah, they'll be able to fix it later on, don't worry about it. He told me he wanted to buy the car when it was wrecked from my friend in the shop. And then my sister-in-law wrecked it. So it got hit 3 times. And then, this is where I say to you guys, watch, 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 watch. Never park a Corvette for anybody. These cars are so low. You walk around my door, you won't be able to see it too clearly, all right? I'm sure, no, you really can't. You catch it in the light, I back up to somebody, and you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna cut their wheel like this, and they're gonna rip your door right off. That's what they're gonna do. He creased the whole door down the side. Had to go bring it out, $1,200. Telling you. Do not park a Vette next to anybody. They can't see your car. I've been hit too many times. Too many times. The whole reason why the car got painted, way back in 2005, I was doing estimates in concrete estimates, and I just got this car, and I was driving around doing estimates, and I parked into the one yard, and they looked like they came back from, the 2 girls came out, they looked like they came from a good party, and woke up, and I knew I parked my car close to it, but I didn't realize that she would have went so far that, and then hit the side of the car and go down the side. So, the side's been fixed once, twice, 3 times in the front. And if you're gonna sit here and tell me one more time, don't worry, insurance will pay for it. Watch pushing that button. Watch pushing that button. You guys don't get it. They're the lowest cars on the road. They're pancakes. Watch it. Watch carefully. It's bright red. You can't miss it. Bang. I'm smart now. All right. With that said, everybody, this is my Vette. This is what I've been working on. I know you just want the toys. Kayla's coming back. I'm trying to do things. I had to make up banners for the yard. We're going to put up a big party. She wanted an alive party. And we're kind of doing that. So I'm sorry, guys. Kind of chilly right now. I'm hoping to get this car done. I only have to put this wiring harness back together. And she runs and drives great. You know, brakes are all good. Everything's fine. There's not a thing wrong with this car. It even smells the same way it did 8 years ago. It just smells the same all the time, like leather. It's weird. This car never changes. It smells so good in there. Anyway, with that said, you guys have a good day. I hope you learned a little bit with Corvettes about, you know, things to watch. And like I said, if you got a Z-52, a Z-51, you know, check out what you did. I checked everything out on my dashboard and see what my car has and had not. And my car's loaded with everything. The only thing I believe this thing didn't have no, it had everything. Yeah. I think it had just about everything. For a Z-52, this was completely loaded. You know? So, like I said, I love it. I've always loved this car. I can't wait to get back in it. It's going to really soon, within a week. I'm like, ugh. After this long. Okay. See you later, guys.